Some further advice for seeing Thebes from Murray and Company, circa 1873. Candles and some magnesium wire should be taken for seeing the interiors of the tombs properly. Torches should never be used for this purpose, as they blacken the sculptures and utterly spoil them. Many of the private tombs are so blackened by the fires of the peasants who inhabit them as no longer to be worth visiting. And if torches were used for lighting up the tombs of the kings, their smoke would soon blacken and disfigure them. And then we get some moral offensive remarks here about the people that are living in Egypt in 1873 who are referred to as the natives. If you have seen any of my other videos on travelers' accounts from this period, I've talked about the racism and the Eurocentrism that runs through many of these accounts, and this passage is a pretty good example of that. The ignorant natives travelers are soon ready enough to reproach the ignorant natives for the injury they do to the monuments, though they themselves are often quite as deserving of reproach for their share in the destruction, for the encouragement they give to the peasants to break off some piece of sculpture by buying it when brought, and often by employing them to obtain it. Those who expect to find abundance of good antiquities for sale at Thebes will be disappointed. Occasionally they are found and brought to travelers and those who understand them and know how to make a judicious choice, not giving a high price for the bad, but paying well for objects of real value, may occasionally obtain some interesting objects. The dealer soon discover whether the purchaser understands their value, and if he is ignorant, they will sell the worst to him for a high price, and false ones, rather than the best they have. Indeed, a great portion of those sold by dealers are forgeries, and some are so cleverly imitated that it requires a practiced eye to detect them, particularly scarabaei. Papyri are made up very cleverly on a stick, enveloped in fragments or leaves, the outer covering being a piece of real papyrus and the whole sealed with clay. Good papyri are broken up to obtain these outer coatings to false ones, and unless a papyrus can be at least partly unrolled, it is scarcely worthwhile for a novice in antiquities to purchase it. Capital quail shooting may be had at both sides of the river in the month of March, or even earlier. About 4 hours' ride inland on the west bank in the direction of Earmont is a lake at which good duck shooting may be had in the winter. It is necessary, however, to be provided with a tent, so as to encamp the night near the lake and be ready for shooting at daybreak. A visit to the ruins of Karnak by moonlight, a visit which none should neglect to pay if they have the opportunity, may be combined with a night's watching for hyenas, who occasionally, but very seldom, are to be seen there. Stay tuned for more tidbits. Bye!